Hi guys, it's Suze from Be My Cook. Today we're going to be making a peach coffee cake. This cake is so wonderful, you're going to love to make this for all your family and friends. So let's get started with our recipe. What you're going to need is a yellow boxed cake mix and all the ingredients that go with it, which is 3 eggs, a half a cup of vegetable oil, 1 cup of water. I also have a small box of Jell-O instant pudding, vanilla or cheesecake, whichever you prefer, spray for our 9-inch springform pan, sugar, walnuts, cinnamon, and peaches. Alright, so let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and add our Jell-O pudding mix in with our cake mix and add our 3 eggs, a half a cup of the vegetable oil according to the package, and 1 cup of water. And I'm going to use my hand mixer and we're going to mix this up. So now that we have our cake mix all mixed up, I'm just going to set that aside. I had 3 peaches and I just used 2 of them and cut them into small cubes. And I'm going to take about a handful of walnuts and we're going to chop these nuts. These are going to go on top of our coffee cake for a little extra texture. You know, I love making this recipe because it tastes so good. And here where I live, they have a festival every August, and a lot of the ladies of the church and the garden society will make some baked goods, and people go up to the festival and buy all the baked goods. This is one of the bakery items that are up there every year. And it's really, really good. Now that I have some of our walnuts chopped up, you can use any other kind of nuts that you want, but walnuts really do taste the best. And I'm going to put that in this bowl. We're going to make the topping before we even put our cake mix in the oven. So go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees according to your boxed cake mix. I'm going to use a 1/3 cup of granulated sugar that goes in. I'm also going to use about a tablespoon of cinnamon, maybe a little less. And we're going to mix this up. This is also going on the top of our coffee cake. I'm going to go ahead and put our cake mix in our pan. It's already been sprayed. You can use a regular 9-inch cake pan if you want. I'm using this for presentation basically. I'm using this bowl that was my mother's. It's a really old Pyrex bowl for nostalgia. Let's make sure it's in there evenly. And it looks like it is. Good. Now I'm going to go ahead and put some of our peaches lightly on the top. They're going to sink down, and that's what makes this cake so moist, is the peaches, and gives it a wonderful flavor. So I'm going to put a few here all around, and I'm going to save some for the top as well, because I know these are going to go in the middle of the cake towards the bottom because they're heavy. Let's sprinkle on some of our topping mix just all around. This is a very similar recipe to another coffee cake that I make that does not have fruit in it. Let's sprinkle that all around. This is going to give it a nice crunchy topping. And we're just going to put a little bit more peaches on the top layer of the cinnamon. You can use fresh peaches like I am. If you've been around my channel, you know that I always like to use fresh fruit. But you can also use frozen, let them thaw out and chop them up. So now we're ready for the oven. We're going to bake this for about We're gonna check it and see if it comes out clean with the skewer. So here we go. I just got it out of the oven and we're gonna let this cool. This cake is so moist with all the peaches and the walnuts and the sugar topping. It is really divine. You can see that some of the filling has gone down into the center of the cake. And I just put it on a cake plate, put some little roses around. Here is the piece that I cut. As you can see, there's peaches right in the center of the cake, and all the topping. It's just fantastic. So what I would serve this with is a scoop of ice cream or a little whipped cream on the top, and you got yourself a delicious peach cake. So if you'd like to see more recipes, subscribe, like, and share. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.